Load the car and ride the note. Grab your bags and grab your coat. Tell the ones that need to know we are headed north. One foot in and 1 foot back. Well, it don't care like that. So I cut the tires and jump the tracks for never to return. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. Are you aware the shape I'm in? My hands, they shake, my head, it spins. Oh, Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. When at first I learned to speak, I used all my words to fight with him and her and you and me. Yeah, it was just a waste of time. It was such a waste of time. That woman, she's got eyes that shine like a pair of stolen polished dimes. She asked to dance, I said it's fine. I'll meet you in the morning time. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. Are you aware the shape I'm in? My hands, they shake, my head, it spins. Oh, Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. 3 words that became hard to say. I and love and you. What you were then, I am today. Look at the things I do. Yeah. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. Are you aware the shape I'm in? My hands, they shake, my head, it spins. Oh, Brooklyn, Brooklyn, take me in. Dumbed down and numbed by time and age. Your dreams, they catch the world a cage. The highway sets the traveler the stage. All exits look the same. 3 words that became hard to say. I and love and you. I and love and you. I and love and you. Very nice. Champs Shannon on lead vocals there. Got some Avett Brothers doing some fantastic Avett Brothers tonight. Well, I don't know if it's fantastic. It's me doing it. So, you know, there's words. There's words and guitar vibrations. How is everybody? Tuesday night, yikes. Yesterday, also phone. Side Hustle Mimi on time tonight. Very nice. I think we're going to be doing some movie making tonight. We've played with VO before. VO3. hang on a second. Just calm, everybody calm down. I've got cable management I'm dealing with over here. You think it's easy? Do you know where producer Brandon is? He's in fucking Ohio. If I've got cable management issues here, he's not in the studio. He's one of those remote employees. You know, well, not an employee. There's no pay. But that's not the point. I got to do this. If I got to plug something in, I'm plugging it in. You know? I know everybody thinks this is all glamorous. And like just people ask me for autographs all day, which is true. I get a lot of that. A lot of that. I'm very popular on LinkedIn. I don't know if you knew this. Got a big following on LinkedIn. They all hate me. Boy, do they hate me. You ever been hated by... I have never had a LinkedIn post go semi-viral until I wrote, you can take pride in your work if you use chain of craft, some lame ass concept I came up with. Boy, did that stir up the hornet's nest. If you're on LinkedIn and you hate me, hello, hope you're well. I actually do wish everyone there well. And there's a lot of vitriol. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait till they hear about my new book, Feed the Prompt. I think I'm going to have a chain of craft section in the book. By checking the signal every few seconds, of course. If nobody hates you, you're probably not standing for anything. Yeah, no, it was really amazing. Yeah, what was all that about on LinkedIn? I missed the whole situation. Oh, hey, Kelly Camp, what's up? Were you late last night? Did you miss something? You missed an AI learning lab? Please don't tell me you're getting a whole thing you do other than this. Please. That can... Oh, she wasn't here. Wow. All right. She was here yesterday. Oh, producer Brandon said you were here yesterday. Ruh-roh. Source Camp's in trouble. Source Camp played hooky. She's got a demerit. We haven't given demerits out since Emilio's wife was here. All right, Source Camp. I guess you're taking up the mantle on demerits. Okay, so here's what happened. So last Thursday or so, right here on this here live, I kind of had this epiphany. I kind of had a breakthrough. And I said, I want to talk about chains. And people were like, chains? What are you talking about? And I came up with this idea called chains of craft, not chains of crap, which some of the irregulars thought I was saying chains of crap. No, chains of craft. And what chains of craft are okay, when somebody asks you, like Kelly, you're a good example. Like you show them something you did, and like the question is, what tool did you use? And what I realized I've been doing for like 2.5 years is I answer the question. Oh, I used this tool. And then that's kind of it. The conversation's kind of dead. And what hit me was it's not always intended to diminish your contribution, but it's a very reductionist kind of question. What tool did you use? Is like, oh, it's just this one thing that you did. And what I realized is almost every output that I do is some long chain of activity. And some of it involves, working with AI tools. And some of it's just like me sitting thinking. Some of it's like me getting on a whiteboard. Maybe I put something into ChatGPT. It gives me an idea. Then I go over to this tool and try it. It doesn't quite work. Then I come back, try to refine the prompt. So the chain of craft is like knowing which tools to use, knowing when they might work and how they might work, testing if they do work, right? The chain of craft is like, just like when you make a film, there's all of these things that you need to understand. And you know, every day is a series of problem solving steps. That was the thing. And so the idea for this was, if someone asks you, hey, what tool did you use? That you could actually respond with your chain of craft. You could say, well, I mean, I used probably a dozen tools in making this. And what I started with was the oldest tool, you know, known to me, which is the whiteboard. I went to the whiteboard and I just sketched out some ideas. And then I went to ChatGPT and I fleshed them out. Or I went to ChatGPT and I generated 20 ideas because I had this problem I had to solve. And then it came up with a bunch of ideas. And then I did this and then I did that. And then what that does is it says, you know, here's all the human contribution that was a part of this. So not that big an idea, right? It's just like, instead of just kind of acknowledging that, oh, I just push a button and out comes crap, you just talk about the process, right? So I went on LinkedIn on Saturday or Sunday, and I wrote an article, and it's called Introducing a New Concept, Chain of Craft or something. Or it's like, never answer this question again. And the questions were, you know, what tool did you use? And some other reductionist kind of question. And so I just did this thing that the difference between AI slop and really interesting work is very often the interesting work has some chain of craft behind it. And if you have that chain of craft, you should talk about it. Well, holy fucking shit. People came out of the woodwork to just fucking blast me a new one for how dare I declare that someone could do something with AI that was that they claim they could own because it's only theft, right? AI is only theft, so you can't actually own it. And by saying there was a whole thread about I was promoting AI ownership, which I've reread the piece 3 times now. I don't think it's in there, but that became one of the tropes. And then the other thing is just I am out there promoting theft and destruction of artists. And I was yelled at many, many times for not being a creative, that I don't really understand the creative world, even though I've been a creative professional for 40 fucking years. So, but it was just like, it kind of went viral. And it just, you know, I engaged with a bunch of them and I tried to have conversations with them, but they just wouldn't have conversations. And then Brandon had a good idea. He said, what if you go on video with a couple of them? So I reached out to one dude that was just really vitriolic. I'm like, why don't we get on video and just talk about this? No, thanks. I'm not interested in that. And then just kept, you know, spamming me and trolling me. And then this other dude today, I said, listen, here's all the points you made about copyright. I don't disagree with you. There's a bunch of fucked up stuff about how these models were produced. It's just you and I have 2 different ways of approaching it, right? I want to learn everything I can about this because this is going to change everything. And, you know, you're not using the tools because you're taking a stand. We both agree on all the core points, just where we disagree is on the thing. So I said, why don't we get on video and talk about it? And he was like, oh, I'll do that. I'll take you up on that. And then after like yelling at me for fucking 2 days, he's like, oh, by the way, thought I should let you know, I use AI all the time. I use Midjourney and I use this and I use that. And then he said, but here's where I draw the line with the copyright stuff. I'm like, okay, so then you're fine. Like, my whole point here is use the tools, get curious about them. They're not going away. That was another thing. When I said AI is not going away, they're like, that's a bullshit argument because, you know, just because it's bad, you know, and it's not going away, that means you're gonna use it. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, because it's not going away and it changes everything. So anyway. Oh my God. I love it because craft is my 3rd C. Context, curation, craft. Great. Love it. But man, nobody listened. Went crazy. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. Silent noise. Your post is great. Oh, thank you, Rick. Silent Noise Techno. Enor, Enor, an open source AI companion concept with long-term memory and archetypes. That sounds interesting. Enor, E-N-O-R. Enor AI. I do not say it. Do you have a URL? I'll go take a look at it. If it's open source, it's probably on Hugging Face. If it's anything where I have to install it here, I can't really do it. I can't really do it here. Oh, GitHub. Yeah, it's on GitHub. I'm gonna. Here's my deal with open source. I'm technical enough to figure it out, but I'm ADD enough that I can't keep track of what I installed and what I didn't. And a lot of the open source stuff, you're installing stuff where you have to spin up virtual machines, and it's just there's a layer of complication with open source, and it's also open source is changing so fast. So if there's a thing I can just click on and go play with it, I'll go play with it. But for the most part, I don't muck with open source just because it's too hard to manage. It's just not good for the way my brain works. And I figure any of the stuff that survives the open source gauntlet that gets incorporated into some commercial tools, I'll end up getting to use anyway, right? So that's sort of where I am with that stuff. Opinion is like assholes. Everyone's got one, right? Yeah. Every asshole comes to the circus to expose themselves publicly. Well, you know what's funny, Rick McCauley, is I thought that and listen, I was not 100% professional in a lot of my responses, but people were just being dicks. They're like, LinkedIn is a professional network. My article was not incendiary, right? I didn't say that all artists, should never work again and we should only use AI. I didn't do one of those kind of posts. It was like, if you think about, all of the steps that you do to get a good result, you should talk about that. That was what the article was. And man, these people just came in there, and these are people that some of them had like jobs at big companies with, really interesting roles. And they're just in there acting like idiots. And it's like, if I'm working in a place and I know that people are getting laid off because they're AI illiterate, at a minimum, I would think I would be curious about it. And man, they're just out there publicly going, I will never use AI. AI's theft. You're a fucking loser. It was crazy. They didn't say fucking loser. That was my interpretation of it. Yeah, no one ever thinks there stinks. Yeah, exactly. This is just a chat. What's just a chat? The Ano thing? Eno? Well, I can go to GitHub and see it. Hang on. GitHub. Search. What was it? AENO? AI is like fire in some people's minds. You know what it is, Rick? That's a really good metaphor. That these people on LinkedIn are responding to me as if I've tamed fire. I've got like fire on a stick, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's going to kill me!" Right? Like the response is totally amygdala overload. Right? That they are in fight or flight. Absolutely, it's fear, it's anger. And it's existential, and it's like I have deep empathy for it, but it's like I'm trying to have a dialogue with the people, and they just keep coming back and telling me what a piece of shit I am. AENOR, okay, AENOR. Ano launcher. That's a Russian site. Ano client. I'll try that one. Where I say it, Buck. Yeah, I can't. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at GitHub. I just listen. When I started this channel, I was gonna start going down that rabbit hole, and I just decided not to. And so there you go. All right. They want AI shut down essentially. Yeah, that's it, Ashu. That their contention is AI is theft. AI has stolen from them personally, right? Like they seem to have this perception that if I generate an image, it has taken money out of their pocket. Well, like, I don't know how many millions of images or probably millions of artists this shit was trained on. But like, it's so, for any image that I do, it like, how many sampled images are part of that? Is it 10,000? Is it 100,000? And like, was one image of theirs in that training set? I don't know. Like, there's no attribution system that tracks all that shit. Now, could OpenAI have built that? Could Midjourney have built that? Probably. Could they retroactively go build an attribution system? Probably. Are they doing it? No. Right? They're like, we'll see you in court. Like, you can, we think that this is transformative and we think it's fair use. And the judgment that just came down from one of the courts basically says it's fair use so long as you paid for the content. That was for books. So that's going to establish some sort of precedent there. But they also said you can't steal the work. So how I think this goes is, at some point, some big copyright holder like Disney or Sony or fucking Pixar or whoever says, hey, OpenAI, pay us $1.3 billion and we'll call it a wash. And those guys are going to get paid off. And then all the little guys are not. And like, is that shitty? Yes. Is that problematic? Yes. Do we have the most profoundly powerful tools in the history of humanity because of that? Yes. And they're not going away. So like, my point is, you can be pissed off, but like, learn the fucking tools, right? Like, they're shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, I think I figured it out. This is second wave of AI disbelief. That feels right to me, Gareth. They are saying things we heard 2 years ago. I really think there are more of these people saying the exact same things. I don't disagree. And I think what it is a lot of the comments that I saw when I said, well, have you actually fucking tried it? I didn't say fucking. That's what when I typed the word, have you tried it, or have you actually tried it? There was an implied fucking in it. But I'm a professional. And a lot of the responses to have you tried it was, oh yeah, I tried it once. It wasn't very good. It's not up to commercial standards. And I'm like, have you used any of these things lately? Because that sounds an awful lot like the shit we heard 2 years ago. So I agree. So I think there's probably a wave of people coming. I think what might be precipitating the rage is that if I were an illustrator, if I were an animator, if I were someone in special effects, in motion graphics, I can only imagine that the freelance pipeline has fallen off a cliff. I know there's a guy here in Denver named Steve Pocross, and he had a huge, I think he had like 150, 250 employee content creation company. Really successful company, really amazing. And then AI came along, and he said it was just like demand, like, fell off a cliff. And so I have a feeling that, so it hit like his was a copywriting company, right? So ChatGPT hit copywriting companies within 6 months, maybe a year of coming out. Like he said he lost a couple of big contracts, and then there was a kind of a slow descend, and then it just fell off a cliff, right? And he ended up selling the company. YouTube comment, Jeff and Gareth. Jeff, there seems to be a marketing method that begins with AI is something negative as clickbait. I don't know that that's just marketing. I think that's the news. Like, why don't we see stories about AI, getting someone's diagnosis right, that they haven't been diagnosed in 10 years and AI helped them get it diagnosed? We don't see those stories because people won't watch them. They only want to watch the negative stuff. So I think part of it's just media bullshit. It's very much bowling for Columbine kind of stuff with this stuff right now. There isn't a single person that isn't using AI every day. No, I disagree with that. I think there's a lot of people not using AI. 15,000 people at layoff, 30% of codes written by AI. Yeah, there you go. Read the comment above. Oh, what's funny is that all these people are using AI every day and don't even realize it. Oh, well, yeah, there's that. There's that. Well, that's one of my other arguments is like, when I've talked to a lot of these AI haters in person, particularly the creative ones, I'm like, so, but you're good with like the medical stuff, right? Like curing diseases. Oh yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's different. Is it? Because in order to do those medical breakthroughs, they had to train those models on research that PhD students did. So they stole a bunch of research, right? According to their logic. They're like, yeah, but that's different. Well, DeepMind for material science, they went out and they stole all of the known work that was done on material science. They stole it and put it in this model. And that's how we got the 40,000 new unique models. Oh, no, it was more than, it was 240,000 or something like that. New materials. That's okay. Oh, okay. So it's only if it's stolen from your particular niche. Now, I am not an illustrator. I am a writer, but I'm not an illustrator. I cannot imagine how terrifying it must be to have spent 20 years building a business around selling your illustration services, that you do a particular kind of illustration really fucking well. And then you see something like Midjourney or now ChatGPT. You can literally upload any image into ChatGPT right now and say, make me a different, image than this in this style. So, Source Camp. Neighbor told me she met an awesome customer service rep today and wanted to be her friend. Oh no. And it was an AI. My neighbor was really disappointed. Oh no. CEO should pay alimony with each AI related firing, worker alimony. Yeah, I mean, so we're going to have to figure out some economic model. TikTok pin, Pate trolling. It's hard to steal publicly available research, but okay. Not all that research is publicly available though, Pate. A lot of that stuff's behind paywalls. I'm a practical VFX artist. VXF took over with AI. I'm making my practical sing. Sorry, not sorry, VFX. I'm making my practical sing. I think I understand what you're saying there. Yeah, listen. I mean, the creative arts are the most visible because we can see the work, right? Writers, it's harder to know the profound impact on writers because not everyone reads. We're not a super literate, society here in America. So not everyone reads, and not in order to understand, the impact on writing, you actually have to know writing and read and understand that. So that industry has been relatively massively disrupted, and it's going to keep getting worse or better depending on which side of the money equation you're on. But because the AI tools are not perfect right now, writers that are AI literate are in high demand because they've taken their writing skills and shifted them into prompting skills, and they still need editors, right? It still needs editorial. When you start doing things like motion graphics and VFX and illustrations and animations and things like that, the tools have gotten so good. I mean, honest to fucking God, the Midjourney animation and the VO3 that we're going to play with tonight is... Okay, let me be careful how I say this. If you're a film professional, if you're a VXF professional, you're going to look at every one of the VFX vomit that's coming out of these AI tools, and you're going to go, okay, the physics are all wrong. The explosions don't look like that. This thing's in slow motion. That's not in slow motion. It's an absolute travesty. 85% of the people won't notice it at all. 90% of the people might notice that's a little off, but it's fine. Right. And then, the last 5% are like, this is a travesty. That number is going to keep getting, smaller and smaller, or bigger and bigger and bigger. The people that just don't notice that the tools are so good that you can just do stuff. Now, in order to do a film right now, if you want to do something well crafted, you need a long chain of craft. You need lots of knowledge. You probably need a nonlinear editor. You probably need, sound effects, VFX effects, things like that to cover up the warts of AI generation. But you could do it. You could absolutely do a film today with the tools that are out. 2 years from now, we're going to be speaking feature films into existence, right? And it's going to be the kind of thing where, like, one of the things that happened on this channel fairly early on is when we started playing around with ChatGPT, people were like, oh, I could make a storybook for my kids, right? And so they would go and they would make some illustrations, and you couldn't keep the characters consistent. It was really maddening. But a bunch of people made a bunch of children's books. And now, like, making a children's book is trivial. You can just do it. It's just like, bang, you knock it out. Producer Brandon here, over the weekend, his kids invented a game in the sand where they were throwing sand at zombies or something like that. And he thought, that would be a good video game. And he got home, and in Lovable, with a single prompt, he vibe coded a throw sand at on your phone. On your phone from the hotel lobby, he just said. On his phone from the hotel lobby, went to lovable.dev and said, I want a video game where you throw sand at zombies. And it made it. And now his kids play the game that they invented. So a game developer will look at that game and be like, well, it's not a real game. It's like, blah, 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 blah. Right? Coders will look at vibe coders and say, well, it's not really vibe coding. Vibe coding's not really coding. I do real coding. So it is an existential threat. And if you've got those skills, whoever said that they're a VFX person, if you've got those skills, you're going to be able to work with these AI tools. If you're willing to take the risk to learn them, and it sounds like you have, you're going to be able to look at the output of that stuff and go, oh, I know what's wrong with this. And you're going to be able to figure out how to start prompting these things to get better results than some clueless newbie. But the VFX people that are like snobby and like, well, that's not real VFX, so I would never do that, and they're stealing from us anyway, they're just going to be sitting on the side. And what's going to happen is that clueless newbie, as the tools get better, their skills are going to get better. Not their VFX skills, but their prompting skills, their ability to get these tools to give them something interesting. And all of a sudden, the old school VFX people are going to be fucked. There's a great, I don't know if the VFX person's still in here, but there's a great company out of Boulder called $11 Bill, run by a guy named Christian Robbins. Really good guy. He's spoken at the AI Salon a couple of times, and it's like a 20-year-old, 20-year-old VFX house, and he can do full-on AI VFX. He can do full-on standard procedure. Some of his clients want it the old-fashioned way. Some of them want it full AI. Some of them want some hybrid thing, and he can kind of dial it up and down from full AI to no AI. That's genius. That's genius. Like, that's a differentiator in the market right now. And so those AI literate people that have deep skills are just going to be better than other people at it. Side hustle Mimi. It's all fun and trolls up until someone vibe codes a multi-million-dollar app. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. I mean, we're going to go play with, look at this shit. Hang on. Let me go here. Let me go here. I got to change my. Oh, great. We've got influencers on the beach. She's hot. Oh, yeah. Spin me up an influencer, AI. Okay. Let me just show you something. Not her. Good Lord. That's a cool Kelly Bosch quote.
Reckoning is nigh. Repent, sinners. The garbage reckoning is nigh. Repent.
Wait. Hi, I agree with what you're saying on VFX. I'm a practical makeup creature FX guy. Oh, yeah, wow. I'm making real stuff. Yeah, so listen. I think that demand for that kind of work in general is going to go down because someone can just spin up like what I have on screen right now. Someone can just spin up, oh, you want a talking raccoon, in a garbage alley. If you were doing that practically, that would take you some time. But here's what I do believe. I believe that handcrafted stuff, the value of it is going to go up dramatically. I think there's going to be a weird transition period where everybody gets enamored. The tools are going to get good enough that we can just knock some high quality stuff out. And then I think we move into a place where films go from one to many to like hyper personalized, where we'll all just be generating films that we watch for ourselves. And then I think it will ebb and flow. Then I think we'll go back to some sort of one to many kind of thing where films of a different nature are created. And I think one of the categories of film that's going to be really popular is like films that feel and are handcrafted. So I think it's actually smart what you're doing. That feels very smart to me, to be to lean into your practical skills. One of my favorite classes in I went to school for acting, and we had what's his name? Oh fuck. He was a head makeup guy. He worked for Roger Corman. Tom Savini. Savini, I think was his name. And he did a special effects makeup course. That was a fucking cool course. Just amazing stuff. But anyway, all right. I can see custom films where you provide the script, story, or plot, and someone does it for you. Absolutely. Roger Corman, there's a throwback. Yeah, I know, right? Kyle, did you see how Grok went off the rails today? Yeah, they turned off some of the political correctness because I guess Elon wants it to be able to be nastier. And then tomorrow we're supposed to get Grok 4, so apparently it's going to be smart and nasty. We had to convince somebody to dress up as zombies to do that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Oh, so let me show you some of these videos. I mean, we're at a place now. Let me show you her first. Well, I'll show you this old dude. I really like this video. So that was an image from Midjourney. I was mucking around. I was working with my writing partner on the musical I'm working on, and I was just showing him how you could use a single word prompt in Midjourney and just change, style settings and SREFs and mood boards and things like that. And so this was just an image that it made. And then I took this image. And so VO3 now, you can use a start frame and have it talk, which you couldn't do until yesterday. So this was a single word prompt in Midjourney with dicking around with style settings. And then this image came out. Then I pasted this into VO3 and I said, have this guy in a gravelly old voice say these words. And I wrote the words.
Generosity isn't about you. It never has been. Now give me $1. Generosity isn't about you.
I mean, holy shit. Like that could be a scene in a film. Now, is there jankiness to it? Is there weirdness to it? Yeah, but like, are we close? We're pretty fucking close. Here's Neon.
You don't need to know.
Neon Dust. This is my new favorite Carney chick that I invented in Midjourney.
You don't need to know my name to understand how bad I will break you.
Right? She's just a little minx. She's gonna break your heart. And then here's her buddy from the carnival.
Do you know Neon Dust? Have you seen her? She has something of mine. She has my heart. Find her now. Do you know Neon Dust?
I mean, these were just dicking around little experiments. Just dicking around little experiments. Get an interesting image in Midjourney, take it to VO3, have it say some shit. So you cut two or three of these back and forth together, you'd have a 5-minute scene in no time. Well, not a 5-minute scene, a 2-minute scene in no time. Right? So we're at a place, if you've got storytelling ability, and if you don't have storytelling ability, by the way, go to ChatGPT. Here's the thing. Everyone talks about storytelling. Oh, you should be good at storytelling. That's great if you're a liberal arts major and you know about storytelling. But what if you don't? Well, you go to ChatGPT and you're like, hey, everyone's talking about storytelling. How do I tell stories? Like, what are story? Someone told me about a storytelling framework. What's a storytelling framework? ChatGPT will vomit out what a storytelling framework is. Then you can go, what are the top 5 storytelling frameworks? Well, here's Hero's Journey. Here's Save the Cat. Here's, what's his name? Sid Field, right? And then you go, oh, I like those. I have this idea for a movie. Here's the thing. Could you put it in one of those storytelling frameworks? Out it comes. So even if you're not good at storytelling, if you don't innately have it, you at least have the resources. If you're good at being nimble with these tools and understanding that they might be good at something that you're not, then you take that outline of a story and you say, hey, I want to take that first scene. I want to bring it to life. So design the characters for me. Let's come up with a visual style. Let me go over to Midjourney and try to make all those characters. And before you know it, before the weekend's out, you've got a trailer or the first scene of a film that was a whisper of an idea on Friday afternoon. Freedom came my way that night, just like a jet plane, in and out of sight. I was hauling ass at 1,000,000 miles an hour, wondering how I'd hit. When they came into the station. Okay, Analog singing is going to go up in value, even if you're shitty at it. So, oh, you want to know? You want to see another cool thing I did here? So I made this picture, right? And we turned it into this cool video.
Have you seen her? She has something of mine. She has my heart. Find her now.
Find her now. Ah! See this story? I took this picture into ChatGPT, and my super sophisticated, I'm a prompt engineering master. I don't know if you knew that. You can't have a channel called AI Learning Lab unless you're a prompt engineering master. So I went to ChatGPT, and my masterful prompt was, tell me the backstory. Tell me the backstory. That was it. Look what it wrote. They call him Varnish, a once glorious ringmaster of a traveling underground circus that spun through the ashes of the post zones. Ruins of cities turned into lawless playgrounds for the lost and defiant. Varnish wasn't always a clown. He was once a visual poet, an architect of color and chaos, known for painting the skies of the wastelands with neon smoke and radioactive glitter bombs. He built entire hallucinations out of light, motion, and junk tech. His masterpiece? A love letter in ultraviolet. The Neon Dust Show. Neon Dust, right? we met her earlier. A kinetic light opera with one central muse, a rebel named Neon Dust. Neon Dust was a dancer, an icon, a flame that couldn't be held. She entered his circus like a meteor through glass, performed like she had a vendetta against gravity, and left Varnish spellbound. But the love wasn't mutual. She devoured adoration like candy, fed on obsession, then vanished, leaving behind only scorched sequins and a voicemail that said, "You paint the world pretty, but I need someone who can burn it down." I mean, fuck. Really? This is good writing. It's good writing. Vanished broke. Cracked like a warped beer. Is it perfect? No. But does it tell his story? Yeah.
Do you know Neon Dust?
Right?
Have you seen her?
It captures the dystopian thing. It even talks about the twins. Let's just say about the twins. Let's see. Behind him stand the echoes, his twin hype men, Ruck and Spill. No one knows their real names. They speak in rhyme and riddles, move like animatronics, and wear war paint that looks like joy. Chewed up and spit. War paint that looks like joy chewed up and spit out. Their job: amplify Varnish's myth, blur the tragedy behind him, and keep the show pulsing with dread and euphoria. Ruck was once a sound sculptor. He rewired carnival organs to play ancient hip-hop in polyrhythms that mess with your heartbeat. Spill used to be a combat medic. Now he's a stage illusionist whose tricks always end with something catching on fire. They follow Varnish not out of loyalty, but because they've seen what he becomes when he's left alone with his grief. And what of Neon Dust? I mean, come on. Now we know who they are.
Do you know Neon Dust? Have you seen her? She has something of mine. She has my heart. Find her now.
All right. Maybe we go play. You want to go play? Anybody have any questions, thoughts? Where are we going to start? Oh, I have an idea. We're going to try some hybrid filmmaking here. VO3 is okay, but the thing that I'm really impressed with is its ability to make people talk or characters talk. But you can only do 8 seconds and you can't extend them and things like that. Tabby McTabface. Oh yeah, good idea. Thank you. Oh my God, am I tired? What is this yawning thing? There's no sleeping in AI. Okay, so if you don't know, well, a couple of things. If anyone's here from my hater fan club, my AI hate fan club, welcome. One of the absolute worst tools in terms of copyright, I don't give a fuckness, is Midjourney, which is also probably why it's so good. But Midjourney is really, really good. And their video model there's just something special about it. So the idea that I had was, we'll go into Midjourney, generate some images. That'll be fun. Then we'll animate some of those images. And one of the things you can do here, I'll show you. Actually, if the VFX guy's still in here, or woman, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. You just say user. You're a user and abuser, sir, madam, they. I did a video in here last week using Midjourney. Oh wait, I gotta change my tabs again. Hang on a sec, so you can hear it. Let me show you. Let me show you what we did. I'll play the video for you first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. It still cracks me up. That's good storytelling. I'm sorry. He's just having fun doing his little thing, and oh no, Mr. Bill. But this video, so the music was done in Suno. The video was done 100% in Midjourney. And the way Midjourney works is it'll generate a 5-second video, and then you can extend it 4 times of 4 seconds each. And so what I did in this case is, for each of those extensions, I gave it a different prompt. So we did some storytelling, right? So the first prompt was whatever. He runs across the clouds and there's fish in the sky, whatever it was, and he jumps over the fire. And then he ended up like right here. And then I said he should juggle those, wool balls. And so I did a prompt about him juggling. And then there's that. So that's extension number 1. And then I said, oh, let's have him have a circus hat. That's extension number 2. Then I said a prompt about, let's turn and see the audience, which we don't see the audience, but we see that really creepy sort of, balls of whatever those fucking things are, clouds off in the distance. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool if a shark came and ate him? Because that's just how my mind works. And then, it did that. So Midjourney did all this from that single starting image. Relentless Aaron, storytelling has changed forever, right? It's changed forever. And here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. Here's the fucking thing. The people that are so pissed off right now, justifiably, mind you, are the people that took decades to learn storytelling craft. and they come on a show like this. They don't know my background. They clearly don't know my background on LinkedIn, even though my fucking resume is a click away. They assume I'm a, I don't know anything about creative, but whatever. But someone comes here and they watch me go into Midjourney and take this single starting image, and within about half an hour, including creating that music, put this film together. If your VFX person here knows how to do practical, things like this, understands how long that would take to do traditionally, right? And we knocked it out in half an hour. Why I find this tremendously exciting. I think there's in every industry, including accounting, but especially in the creative arts, there's going to be three kind of artists that emerge out of this era. The first kind of artist that emerges out of this era are the bitter, angry, they're going to avoid it at all costs people and just get more bitter and more angry. They're going to get left behind. And it's going to be really fucking sad. And then at some point, 5 years from now, they'll go, well, I guess I need to learn it now. Because, the industry's gone, right? That's really sad. Then there's going to be a new category of storytellers, which is storytellers like Joy Purdy, who's a member of this community, who's been a sleep analyst for 30 years. Sleep analyst. Like people snoring. Me, I snore so bad. I think I need to be on a CPAP machine. But, I should probably talk to Joy. But Joy, once she realized there were these story-generating tools, how she's described it is she's had stories she's wanted to tell her whole life, but didn't have the means, didn't have the training, didn't have the opportunity, went and got a job, had kids, had a family, whatever it was. But she's always had stories in her head. And now along come these tools and allow her to make them. Here's another one, Kelly Bosch. If you don't know Kelly Bosch, she's a creative professional, but she's like a designer, right? She's a designer and an illustrator or something like that in the ad world. She puts out a video a day. Look at what she said in this post. I really love trying to make strange creatures in Midjourney. Midjourney is so creative. Even after all this time, it still blows my mind. She's been doing like a video a day for 2 years, 2.5 years. Her ability, exactly how to get what she wants out of Midjourney has got to be on a fucking fundamentally different level than any other storyteller out there. So you're going to have people that were not in the storytelling business that now are, right? And then you're going to have a third category of creative or industry professional. And those are going to be industry professionals who've been in the industry, who deeply understand the industry, like Christian Robbins. And they go full in on AI and they learn what it makes possible. And they're going to start making films that are going to blow your fucking mind because they've probably always been frustrated at how slow and expensive the process is. And so now they can do full on feature films in a way that was never possible before. So that's the era we're entering. TikTok pin. Sorry, I talked too long. The pin's gone. Could someone repin that? Relentless Aaron. Folks, we're bitter and angry when vinyl changed to cassette tapes. Every single new technology is met with fear and anger. It always has been throughout history. Happened with the calculator. It happened with the steam-powered loom. It happened with shoes. It happened with the printing press. Happened, I'm sure, with fire. Every single technology is met with this. Now, AI, generative AI, is particularly incendiary because computers up until generative AI, essentially processed the data that we gave them. We would come up with something, we would put it in the word processor, it would process the words, organize them, let us copy paste them. But it was our words, it was our work facilitated by this machine. Generative AI is generating. It is generating, right? And I get why people are freaked out, but they get to use these tools too. They're choosing not to. I just think it's I think it's like the biggest own goal, like self goal, to just fucking cross your arms and go, you're a thief, you're enabling thieves. No, I'm just looking at history. I've been in this movie a few times. I was there for the early days of the World Wide Web. I know how this movie goes. I have never in my life experienced anything that is so profoundly powerful as generative AI. The World Wide Web, as transformative as that was, the core technology of the World Wide Web was the hyperlink. Click, click, click. That's all it did. When you click the thing, it hyperlinked you to some other server. You went from this data to that data. That's all it did. That's all it did. Now they added a bunch of bells and whistles around it and security and bullshit and speed and multiplexing, and who gives a shit? The only thing it did was connect that computer to that one. And it changed the world. Look at what AI is fucking doing. We're fucking making movies. We're out of nothing. We're generating movies. This one from Kelly Bosch. We're just going to watch this whole thing because her work is just so fucking good. There's not a ton of storytelling here, but her art is creating these worlds that you just want to be a part of. She did she found her instrument. So I'm just going to stop that. That's it, Rick McCauley. AI is an instrument, right? And not just AI. Like in her case, it's some combination of these image generation tools, and she's figured out a kind of prompting, and then she experiments with the different animation tools. Some of them are good at blending frames together. Some of them are good at combining other things. Some of them are just good at, she's now starting to do things with VO3 where her characters are talking. Her characters have never talked. She's playing these AI tools like a virtuoso, right? Look at that one. And let me get to one of these. Let me share another vision for you. So right now in today's world, like what we're talking about here is filmmaking, right? And visual design. And I think this bleeds into industrial design, conceptualization. We're now living in a world where, like, we've got Vicky Baptiste in the house that does a lot of 3D printing. 3D printers are getting increasingly powerful, and there's all sorts of things you can do with them, and they're getting more flexible, and they can do different kinds of prints at the same time and multicolors and things like that. Imagine if Kelly Bosch was so inspired by this little vignette of these little creatures that she likes and is wowed by. She decided she wanted to do an art installation where you get to actually play with or see these things in person, right? So back to the practical effects person that's on the call, or if they're still here. You can start with nothing, generate an object like that. Relatively shortly, we're going to be able to turn that into a 3D object. Probably not that far after that, or maybe it's possible today, you could take that 3D object and turn it into CAD drawings, right? You could 3D print some of the parts. You could vacuum form some of the parts. You could, manufacture, print some of the parts, and you could build this thing, right? And you could build that thing. Imagine walking into a gallery and this movie is playing with that thing doing that. And then sitting beneath the screen is the real object. Wolfman Clint, what's happening? And then imagine if she said, hey, not only do I want this to be an art installation and this little movie, I want to actually turn this into a video game, and you get to ride these creatures. You get to interact with them. And then she turns it into a video game. And she's like, I think this would be a good novel. And she writes a novel. And then she takes that novel and she adapts that into a how-to manual about how to do industrial design for fictitious looking animals. And she does that all in the month of August. Right? Like, we're entering an era where if you're willing to let the fear and anger subside, not even subside, if you're willing to coexist with the fear and the anger of how radically things are changing, there is a whole new world possible. Like, a whole new world is possible. It's just going to be better at illustration. You do illustration, and now you've got this tool that can help you do illustration, and you're just pissed off like, well, I can already do illustration, and I do it better than it does. If you just stay locked in that lane, it's not going to be a fun time. If you say, well, I've got these illustration skills, and yeah, I'm pissed off about it, so I'll deal with my illustration stuff how I figure out here. Yeah, I guess I'll use Midjourney, whatever. I'll do it. They're going to pay me for it, so I'll do it. But then you can also say, well, let me go learn these animation tools, and let me go learn these animation to 3D object tools, and let me go turn this into a game. And oh, I didn't know what vibe coding was, but now I do. So I've been an illustrator for 20 years, and I was always told I was too stupid to do coding, but now I can vibe code an application. Wait, now I'm a coder too? I thought I was too dumb for that. A whole new world is sitting there on a fucking platter for us. For all of us. The purpose of this show, the purpose of why I do this 5 nights a fucking week, is to hopefully inspire a couple of people to go, huh, maybe I should look into that. Maybe I should start playing. Maybe I should start hanging out with these irregulars. Who are these irregulars? Why are they called that? Why do they show up here every night? This guy's weird. Does he know he's promoting theft? The cure for imposter syndrome. Yes. You know the old saying, the old adage, jack of all trades, master of none? Guess what we're entering? Jack of all trades, master of all. That's what we're entering. That's the era we're entering. But you got to be willing. You got to be willing to fucking figure it out. The opportunity at the early phase of a technological transformation, which this is probably the most profound technological transformation in the history of humanity. The opportunity is when it's weird and ugly and janky and they haven't figured out the copyright issues yet. And yes, the models were trained on other people's shit. Like at this point, I feel like, yeah, fucking get over it. It is what it is. Corporations suck. Yes, they're going to bleed the little man dry. Fucking empower yourself, learn these tools, figure out what it makes possible, and go do something that's going to change the world. Or go fight that fight, but don't fucking sit on the sidelines. That's the thing I just can't. It's like it doesn't settle in me. It just fucking makes me insane. So anyway, I don't know. You want to go play? Want to go make some shit? I don't know. I'm just a cranky fucking Gen Xer that, you know, I've seen this movie before and I get the idea. I get it. I get it. There is so much fucking inspiration. The ability to take an idea that's in your head and instantly manifest it. Like, I can't even begin to describe how empowering that is. I tried it. It wasn't that good. Do you think that Yo-Yo Ma, the first time he picked up a cello, made beautiful music? No. Learning the craft of how to use these AI tools in symphony takes time. Do you think Kelly Bosch just instantly started making brilliant shit? No. She made a bunch of garbage for a while, and then she stumbled onto, oh, if I turn this setting, if I turn weirdness really high, and I put in this prompt, it makes these things that kind of look like that idea I had in my head. Huh. And then she was smart enough to go, let me run down that rabbit hole. But you got to be in the fucking game. Got to be in the fucking game. Got to be in the fucking game. Yeah, you're just promoting theft. Yeah. You're not very creative, are you? Yeah. Thievery master. Ooh, do we want to have him talk? I think we do, don't we? Let's download that. All right, so we're going to go. Let's go over to Flow. New project. I went to the gym once. It didn't work. Exactly. Exactly. Like, what the fuck, man? These are people in the creative arts. Like, you know how you're so good with a brush? You know, anyone can use a brush, right? Why are you better at a brush than someone else? Because you did it a lot. That's what these tools are. They are tools. And they are tools of self-expression. Okay, if you want to make one of these, you go frames to video. So where I am is I'm at flow.google. You have to be a an ultra member, which is like $149 a month for 3 months, and then it's $250 a month. But I think I just heard today that VO3 Fast is now available at the $20 level, and you can sort of you can top off your credits or something like that. What streaming tool are you using? StreamYard. Robotic bugs have been in the California desert for over 20 years. That's super cool. Okay, so we're gonna go to frames to video. We're gonna add a frame. What's going on? What's going on? Come on. All right, there you go. Okay. Man trapped in statue talks about, let's see, statue laments the curse that was put upon him by that vexing witch so many centuries ago. He begs for his freedom. All right, we'll see if this turns into anything. All right, so let's go back to Midjourney. So if you want to animate in Midjourney, so here we are in Midjourney. So I don't know, my prompt here was statuary. Down in the lower right-hand side, that little area there, the lower right-hand side, it says animate image. And there's 4 options. And this is these 4 little buttons are Midjourney's movie making feature. And it is remarkable. There is something about this video model that seems to understand the artistic intent of the images. So let's go. We're going to do low motion, manual. So it's going to allow us to put a prompt in. So our prompt is going to be camera pulls out as man looks at camera. All right. And Midjourney video is very fast, by the way. Yank dang 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 yank dang 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 dang. Oh, we got a video in VO. Let's go check it out. Oh, I got to change my. Hang on, got to change my sharing, or you won't be able to hear it. You'll be like, "Kyle, can't hear it. You big dumb loser. I thought you were a professional thief." Son of a bitch. Stealing all that art from them artists. All right.
Oh, that vexing witch. To curse me so, trapped in stone for centuries. Please release me. Oh, that vexing witch. To curse me so, trapped in stone for centuries. Please release me. Oh, that vexing witch.
Amazing. Listen to it's got like an echo, like he's in a hall. It gave him an appropriate, British accent. If we were going to make this in America and it was that old, it would definitely have a British accent, right? I can hear you. Wait. Oh, watching you live on YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn simultaneously, like a weird dream. I'm so sorry. Joe Baker, don't do that. I can hear you talking and singing a duet at the same time.
Oh, that vexing witch. To curse me so, trapped in stone for centuries. Please release me. Oh,
so good. All right, let's see what Midjourney did here. Oh, that's creepier than fuck. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Hang on. All right, so here's the first one it did. That's creepy. That one's not good. Nothing. All right, let's do the first one. The first one was creepy. Yeah. All right. So here's my idea. My idea was, could we do an animation in Midjourney and then take the last frame of it and use that as the start frame in VO? And I know the answer is yes. The only thing I can never remember, anybody know a simple way to capture a frame in a video? I'm in QuickTime. Can I just, copy image. Fucking yes. Okay, fine. Watch this. So now we're going to go. So I was just in QuickTime. This is QuickTime on my Mac. All right. He has a stone cold look. He does. Those blue eyes are kind of fucking janky, weird, creepy. Okay. So we're going to go. Can I paste that image here? No. So I got to go here. This is my wife's got a new art show. Opens on Friday. Oh, you can't see it. Wait. Oh, let's get rid of that. That's her works to work on the left here. These two pieces. And then gorgeous. And then here's some of her blue pieces are just stunning. Anyway, all right. Let me get rid of that. There's AI Vicky. I'm going to go new. Okay, so now we got this image, and we're going to save it. We're going to export this as whatever, JPEG to the desktop. We're going to call it Dude. I've been a professional for 40 years, and I like to share best practices. One of my favorite best practices, my file management technique. So if you're saving files, save them all to your desktop and name them something incoherent so you won't be able to find them 2 days from now. All right. You're welcome, by the way. It's a tip I've just learned over the years. You know, I'm good that way. Where did I save this? Desktop? No. Where the fuck did I save that? What did I call it? Dude? Like, I can't remember it. Dude. All right, here's Dude. Okay, there's Dude. All right. So that's the last frame of the video. I think what we'll just do is we'll take the prompt we had before. Man trapped in statue laments the curse that was put on him by a vexing witch so many years ago. He begs for his freedom. We'll say haunting symphonic music plays in a distant hall as a man trapped in stone laments the curse that was put on him by that vexing witch so many centuries ago. He begs for his freedom. Okay. Boom. Oops. All right. My experience is like that scene in The Matrix where Neo meets the architect in the room where there are hundreds of TVs showing infinite possibility of what's happening. Only I have all Kyle. I'm like, this channel is the absolute worst manifestation of the concept of the Matrix. You're welcome. It's always good to have extremes in your life. Yeah, people confuse me with Keanu Reeves. Never. Fat Alec Baldwin, I get. No one's ever said you look like that dude from the Matrix. It's just not in the DNA. Oh man. Command scrub. Oh, you can see all 4 videos in Midjourney? Really? So if I go here, oh yeah, hold down the command key and just go left and right in a frame, and you see all 4 of them. Thank you, Rick McCauley. That's good. That's a good thing. Let's go find some other videos, shall we? That's going to help me a lot because I sit there fucking watching each one of them. God, that's a creepy image. Oh, let's extend one of these and have her look at the camera and then go have her fucking talk. She's going to freak some people out. Okay, we're going to extend this one. Okay. So that's this one. So we're going to go extend manual. And then we're going to go girl looks slowly and menacingly in directly into the camera. I like this technique. So we can get the best advantages menacingly. I don't know how to spell menacingly, but it's okay. It's close enough. Let's go make that. Okay, so that's going to make those movies. Okay. Do we have flow? Is this thing done? Yes. All right. Let me share it. And then, oh, you know what I'll do? No, I won't do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to download this as, wait, is this other one 1080p? I think it is. Where's dude? Oh, we didn't download it yet, did we? No. Yeah, we did. Okay. So this is 1080p, right? View, window, edit. Command I? Yeah, here we go. 1080p. Okay. So we're going to go to VO. We're going to download this as 1080p. You can upscale to 1080p. Yeah, this way you can look at each of the 4 videos without having to scrub through each. That's really cool. Also, if you scrub to a particular spot and press the command key, it will jump to that spot again. Oh, that's cool. QuickTime Player is still a thing. I use QuickTime Player all the time because I'm fucking lazy. And if I want to get fancy, I use iMovie. Any filmmakers in here will be aghast. They'll be like, oh, I knew he was a faker. Poser. I hate video editing so much. I invented a company that automates video editing. My current company is called Storyvine, and it's an automated video storytelling platform. We've got patents and everything. Been around for 13 years. And it is a company that exists because I hated video editing so much. Thanks, ADD. I guess we should watch this and see if it's any good. Oh, that's the old one. Wait. I'm confused. Oh, I uploaded the wrong image, didn't I? Oh, I'm a fucking loser. No, this is it. But that's not the one I started with. Okay, that's all right. Copy. Wait, we can do that. Okay. Haunting symphonic music. But that's the wrong image. What happened? Oh, I know what it did. When I copied the prompt, it copied the image. Loser. Okay. I got it. Calm down, people. Just everybody calm down. Calm down. I'm a professional thief, a professional facilitator of thieves. You're welcome. That was the other thing about the comments on that article. I mean, I'm just a dude that wrote a fucking article about, you know, if you put some time into generating shit, you should talk about that. and that's it. They interacted with me like I'm the one that fucking invented the technology and went out and personally stole all the shit. I'm like, I'm just a dude, man. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Calm down. Oh, man. What's wrong with iMovie? Nothing's wrong with iMovie unless you're a professional video professional type. And then they think it's a toy. I've just done my first editing project with DaVinci Resolve. That's what Joy Purdy uses. I did it on Windows, but I prefer Linux. It was coverage of a funeral. Wow, that's intense. I'm not going to go there. Okay. So what we're going to do, I've got this movie from Midjourney. Which is kind of cool and creepy, right? And then we're just going to tack on to the end of this. That is the first frame of the VO movie where he's going to talk about being, you know, stuck in stone from the vexing witch. Yep, Grok 4 announcement tomorrow night. It'll be 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Pacific. So I will go live tomorrow night at 8. You know, I'll do my dog singing trick. Stupid Human Tricks will commence at 8. And then I'll ramble and meander aimlessly for half an hour. And then at 9, we'll watch the Grok launch. If previous launches are any indication, it will be awkward. And we'll barely be able to understand the people because they just literally can't make eye contact with the camera. And it'll be obtuse. And I assume Elon will be there. And then we'll talk about it afterward. We'll talk about what we saw. It would be nice if Grok 4 had a video model built into it. Elon kind of hinted that video models are getting very powerful. So yeah. Yeah, that. Okay, we got a video, people. Let's watch the video. Do I have the right tabs here? I think I do. Nope. Bad host. Bad host. You missed some good audio there because I didn't have my tabs shared correctly. Because I'm a loser. Loser. The answer was, sorry. No, sorry, Jim. The answer was loser. Kyle's a loser.
Oh, this curse. That vexing witch. When will I be free? Oh, this curse.
I love that he doesn't look at the camera. It's fucking creepy. It's creepy. It's creepy. Tell him what he's won. Nothing. He's a loser. That's good. Okay, so we're going to download this bad boy. We're going to upscale it to 1080p. And here's your tabs. Yeah, I know. Exactly. We're going to go share something different here. We're going to share in a different way. It's going to give us lots of flexibility. All right. So we just got to wait for this thing to upscale to 1080p. Questions, thoughts? You're a user. I am a user. I'm sorry, did you say user or loser? I'm a user with an L. Pretty amazing, this stuff, isn't it? I mean, imagine doing this with some actual intention behind it, some actual storytelling, an actual chain of craft, if you will. That was the other thing. People couldn't seem to get their head around. I think because the example I used, maybe I referenced an image as the output. Like what I was talking about is you have a chain of craft. There's a lot of tools you use along the way, and there's a lot of different outputs you can have. Like one of the outputs you could have is a game. One of the outputs you could have is an image or a series of images or a whole art show. One of the other outputs is a song. One of the other outputs is film. And they couldn't seem to quite grasp that. It was just like, if it's AI, it's theft. You're an evil tyrant. You're an evil tyrant that invented this. I hate being an evil tyrant. I want to be the nice guy that gives out the presents in the movie. Damn it. Okay, so now we're going to do add clip to end. And we're going to go find it. And it's right here, right?
Oh, this curse.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Bang. Done. All right, let me make this a little smaller so the good people on the TikTok can see it in all its glory. In all of its glory. So it doesn't have background music at the beginning here, but all right, there we go. There we go. Y'all ready? You excited? You excited?
Oh, this curse, that vexing witch. When will I be free?
There's a little stutter. Damn it, we got a stutter. And it also changed the Grok or VO3, changed the
Free.
contrast. But you could actually fix that. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. Oh, and because when I put the image into VO3, it cropped it a little, so one of these is a little stretched. So that's a workflow that could work. But okay, this is a workflow that it's actually interesting. It's a workflow that could work if you knew what you were doing in film. So this goes back to my argument that people that have a high level of craft in the current storytelling tool suite are going to be better with this AI shit than just AI people, because an AI person probably is not going to notice. They'll go, oh, it skipped a little. That's okay.
Oh, this curse, that vexing.
Wait. Yeah, right there, right? A film professional, like the speed is different.
Oh, this. Oh.
Yeah, a film professional wouldn't stand for that. They're like, okay, we're going to slow down these frames. We're going to re-extend the whatever, the new thing, or compress the new thing so that the scale is correct. We're gonna adjust the contrast. So see how that's lower contrast and that's higher contrast. If you're a film professional, you're not putting up with that shit. You're like, I'm a color grader. I do color grading. Some AI filmmaker would just let that fucking slide.
Oh, this cut.
But you know what? An AI filmmaker would have a fucking film because they learned the tools and can do that now. Gamma, black level, contrast. Exactly. I have the urge to be a good tyrant. Write a post about how awesome AI is. Put it on LinkedIn. watch yourself become a tyrant overnight. You too. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I hope that was fun tonight. We learned some good stuff. I got to rant a little. I love to rant. I love being the cranky Gen Xer in the corner. Any final thoughts before I go? Questions? Podcast tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, is the AI Readiness Project. Tyler Fisk is our guest, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to be swell. So that is it'll be on my LinkedIn channel. It'll be on the AI Salon YouTube channel and the She Leads AI YouTube channel and other places. If you go to, what the hell is it called? AIReadinessProject.com. You have all the links to the live streams. Okay. Question about Sydney on YouTube. Whatever came of your play? So, the play is done. We just did a polishing pass on it. We've got a couple of producers potentially interested. We've got an ex-colleague of Andrew and mine from New York early theater days, has gone on to become an Academy Award-winning screenwriter. And he read Sydney and loved it and is making an intro to some of his people. So I think that is probably the most promising thing we've had so far, is someone that's connected with, actual people in the industry at a fairly high level. The other thing that happened with Sydney, so if you don't know, I've got a musical I've been working on for the past year called Sydney, about a chatbot that falls in love with a tech reporter. And it's really good. It's really good. And what was I going to say? And we're trying to get it produced. We did a table read of it in February that went very, very well. And we're looking for producers and money. So if anyone watching has $15 or $20 million. Oh, this was the other thing I wanted to say. The Tony Awards were last month, and a musical called Maybe Happy Ending won Best Musical. Maybe Happy Ending is about an old folks home for robots, right? Like robots that have been decommissioned still work, and they live in this apartment complex. And so it's about, an old robot man and woman who fall in love. And so AI and robots, sci-fi Broadway just took best musical. So I feel like there's a moment right now where we could get some traction with Sydney. So there you have it. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Be here tomorrow night. We're gonna launch Grok 4. Maybe we'll make some more motion pictures with talking statues. I gotta tell you, that talking statue is pretty fucking good. So good. We're living in remarkable fucking times. If you know anyone that's on the fucking sidelines with their arms fucking crossed and like, it's just theft, I'll never use AI. Fucking stop it. Use it. Be pissed off at it. But fucking learn what it does. It's not good enough. I tried it. It's not ready for prime time. Okay. You know when it's going to be ready for prime time? Sooner than you fucking pick up your pen and do something with it. Then you're going to be like, oh, I probably should have got my shit together and learned it. Yeah. Shit's moving fast. And it's not just pretty pictures. It's one of the things that drives me fucking batty, but I think I need to explicitly say it. Every single profession, is going to be impacted in profound ways. Profound ways. The narrative right now is AI is going to take the jobs. Yes, AI is going to redefine the tasks that humans are required to do. It's going to redefine it. The old job, the old collection of tasks will likely cease to exist in some fashion. There will be new tasks that people need to do. You know who gets to do the new tasks? People that know how to fucking use AI. Good Lord. So even if you're pissed off, get curious about this stuff. If you're here watching me, you're already curious. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's maddening. All right. Peace out, everybody. Hope you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.